Welcome to the Red Hood Guide. There's been mixed responses to the release of this character. I'll admit I was also hoping for a more gun kata style fighter. Just more guns in his moves, like how Darkseid uses lasers in his combo strings. Anyway, a few people say he's trash, but I think a lot of people say that about characters whose strengths aren't blatantly obvious at first. I think he's pretty good once he gets his setups going. So let's start with his specials. Ground Mine. You're going to be using this move a lot. Inputting the move normally will land it in the neutral. Hold back to land it close. Forward for far and up for very far. Meter Burn to use as your main launcher tool. Spin Parry. I often forget this move exists, but it's a good tool for knocking your opponent back. There's a standing version and a low parry version. Remember though, this will not parry jump-ins. You can meter burn this for more damage and even farther knockback. Gotham Stars. Standard projectile move that you can meter burn for multiple hits that hit high and mid. Up Gotham Stars. Can be used as an OK anti-air, where you have to predict your opponent's jump. Meter burn for more damage and good for some combos, especially ones in the corner. Air Akimbo is a good zoning tool and it hits overhead. Meter burn this for more damage and a good knockdown. The knockdown gives enough advantage where you can set up a mine as well. Fatal Drop, good for creating distance, also has some invincibility on wake up. Meter burn to make this drop truly fatal. Lethal Lunge, moves him forward and causes damage on hit. Meter burn works in two ways. If you meter burn on a direct hit, he will do damage and cause a knockdown. If you meter burn while far away, he will fire 2 shots, giving you a +3 frame advantage. And lastly, we have an air throw that has pretty good range. Extreme Measures. It's a good forward advancing combo string that is cancelable. Cancel this into mine for a nice setup. One thing to note though is that this is his only 3-button combo that is cancelable. His other strings all end in a knockdown, so you have to end them early to cancel them into specials. Murderous Vigilante. This is actually his highest damaging combo string, and it pushes the opponent away. It is also +2 on block. Another Outlaw. Standard mid block string that ends in a low attack. Death in the Family. Excellent low forward advancing string that is cancelable at the end. You can get the best bomb setups after this string. Seeking Revenge is another forward moving combo string that starts mid, then goes overhead, then ends low. I use a 2-part of this string a lot to set up mines or in juggle combo strings. Under the Hood is another string I tend to use a lot for punishes or after a wall bounce. This string is also +2 on block, so it's good for pressure. But it also has enough knockdown advantage that you can set up a mine right after using it. His character power is pretty versatile. You can cancel it by pressing 1. It also has a really fast projectile if you press 2 that shimmies him back a little. It's also worth noting you can cancel into this from any string before the knockdown, be it the first button or the second button. He has a number of mix-up strings once he uses his character power. He has one that ends in a low, one that ends in an overhead, one that ends in a side switching grab, one that ends with meter burn for damage and looking cool as hell, the one where you meter burn the grab and leave the opponent standing, leaving you at hella high advantage to mix up as you please. Extreme Measures and Seeking Revenge are special combo strings because These are true strings, meaning your opponent is stuck in block stun for the duration of the string and cannot do a reversal, such as backdashing or Batman slide. But as you can see, under the hood is susceptible to reversals mid-string. His character power strings are also true strings, but be careful with the meter burn on the grab. The general game plan with Red Hood is to gain momentum with your setups using your mind. Once you get going, you will be hell to deal with for your opponent. Biggest weakness though is the corner. I mean, his wake up just keeps him in the corner, for crying out loud. But with a little patience and push block, you can make it out.